Hello, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules, and I'm here to talk about what I'm going to read in April. I am so very excited to announce that I am going to be participating in Old School April again this year. If you do not know what Old School April is, it is a month-long readathon, watchathon, activity-a-thon hosted by Kelsey at Slime and Slashers. There are a bunch of co-hosts for it, and it is a team-based readathon. So there are multiple teams. So basically each team is trying to collect points, and whoever's team has the most points at the end of the month wins the readathon. All month long, you track what you read, what you're watching, what activities you're doing, snacks that you're eating. You get points for doing all kinds of things. And there is a Google Doc that will have all of the information for the prompts and the points and everything, all that information. So the theme for this year was Ghostbusters. So who you gonna call? But there are other teams as well. We're not just all Ghostbusters, okay? There are 4 teams. So there are the Ghostbusters, and there's the Beetlejuice Bunch, the Candyman Crew, and the Scoobies. So this is the main logo. All the teams are represented. There's the Scoobies, Beetlejuice Bunch, Ghostbusters, Candyman Crew, and love the tie-dye. The logos are so amazing, and each team also does have their own little like logo in case you're wanting to use it for anything, which I did. I made myself a notebook. So last year I did a journal where I tracked everything. So this year I decided to just go old school with my old school notebook. So I have the logo in the middle, and then this is the team I picked. I picked the Scoobies because I love Scooby-Doo, everything about Scooby-Doo. And then I just put some other things on there, like some of my old classic horrors that I like, Killer Clowns, Goosebumps, Prom Queen, just some fun stuff on there. And then I printed off some of the things to track what I'm going to be reading. So then on my first page, I just printed out a coloring page. I'm going to color that. And then there are 3 pages of reading prompts. So I just put all mine. So I put ones that are filled in, and then I have a blank one for when I actually, whatever I pick, I'm going to put it in here. So there's like multiple pages of those. And just for example, some of the prompts, like there's so many prompts that you cannot get through all of these, and you can use multiple prompts per book. So I don't pick a prompt and then pick a book for it. I literally pick a book and then read it and figure out how many prompts it'll fit, because it could fit like 5 or 6 or more prompts. So just some examples: yearbook, read a book from the year or decade you were born. Throwback, read a Christopher Pike, Fear Street Point Horror. VHS, a book with old technology on the cover. Breakfast Club is a book with food on the cover or in the story. I Know You Are, But What Am I? Read a book with either an eyeball or the letter I on the cover. Like so many different prompts, you guys. So that's how I'm going to be tracking mine this year. And then for the activity prompts, there's a little like map of the town. And then over here, it has different things you can do for the activities, like do an activity you used to do with someone you were close to as a kid, watch and comment on an Old School April themed vlog, video, reel, attend an OSA Discord watch party, build a pillow or blanket for, like there's just so many like old school activities, right? And then there's an activity tracker on here. So like some of these you can only do once, like this one's a one-time thing. Watch a nostalgia themed ambiance, because there will be reading sprints throughout the month. Share a childhood nostalgic pic on Discord. Some of these have multiples that you can do multiple times, like play a nostalgic video game. So just lots of things. And then it has a movie watching prompt. So there's a whole list of old school movies that you could watch. So that's all I have in mind so far. I'm probably going to print out some more coloring pages to put in my notebook. But this is just my little handy dandy Old School April tracker that I made. So if you're going to participate, you definitely want to go to the Discord. So I will have in the link below, I will have Kelsey's announcement video listed, and then she has linked on her announcement video all the other co-hosts. There are a lot, and everybody has announcement videos. There will be links to the Discord, the Google Doc forms, you know, the sign up form, all of that. So you will want to pick a team, and then once you're in the Discord, you can select what team, and then you can get started from there. Okay, I had to change my angle because my legs were falling asleep sitting on them. Anyway, so this shelf is all of my kind of like horror books and my point horror. So my 3 shelves up here. So here's 1, 2, there's another one up here you can't see. Those are all my Goosebumps books. I have a lot. So I have not picked what I'm going to read out of those, but I will be reading out of those. So primarily what I'm going to be reading for Old School April is going to be Goosebumps and point horror. And then maybe a couple other horror books. I'm going to mood read all month. The way I'm going to vlog this year, last year I did a dedicated Goosebumps vlog, and then I also did a dedicated point horror vlog. That was kind of hard to track that because they were kind of like long and overlapping each other and kind of did them at the same time. It was hard to track everything like that. So I'm not doing that this year. So this year I will just be weekly vlogging for Old School April. So whatever I read for that week, that is what will be in my vlog. It mostly will be Goosebumps, point horror, but I do have a few other Patreon and book club books that I need to read, so those will be sprinkled in as well. Okay, let's just talk about some possibilities. Like I said, I'm not pulling any of my Goosebumps out. You know, I have a lot of them. You'll see them when I read them. But this stack right here, these are all point horror books. And I did pick out a handful of ones that I would possibly like to get to. Obviously, I have not read all these. Some of these I just got new. I just got like a whole bunch new. So some of the ones I'm interested in, I have Deadly Detention by Eric Weiner. I have The Watcher by Lael Littke. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, y'all. Lael? Not Littke. Is Littke? Y'all, I don't know. I have Prom Dress, also by Lael Littke. I have Blind Date by R.L. Stine. I have The Dead Lifeguard, which is a Fear Street super chiller by R.L. Stine. And then I have Scavenger Hunt by Christopher Pike. It does not mean that I'm going to read all these. This just means these are the ones that I'm going to pick from as I'm mood reading. That way it narrows it down a little. So far what I've found, my favorite point horror author has been Richie Tankersley Cusick. This is one of my favorites, and this is one of my favorites. So if you have the opportunity and you have not read these, either of these are fabulous. So go pick these up. Find them if you can. Pick them up. Some other books on this shelf that I would like to get to, that I'm going to get to this book, y'all, okay? This is Autumn Crow High, Fresh Hell by Cameron Chaney. He is actually a co-host, and he is one of the team leads for the Scoobies, the team that I'm on. I put this on my TBR last year and I did not get to it. However, there is an audiobook available for this now, so I will definitely be reading this one. This is probably gonna be my first read for Old School April. I picked this one up last year and I did not get to it, is Mina and the Undead by Amy McCall. I've heard good things about this, so possibility. I do want to read a novella, and I've had this one on my shelf forever as well. It's called It's Me, Charlie by C.M. Gidrow. I don't know how to say that, but I've heard this one is really gruesome. My daughter read this. She was like, it's gross. So I haven't read it yet, so I would like to get to that one. I have a couple anthology books that I would like to read in. I purchased these last year. I did read a couple of the stories, not sure which one it was in. So I have Reader Beware. Love this cover, you guys. And then I have this one that is an anthology of 90s horror. I love this cover. It's so cool. So this is one stack of possibilities that I'm going to mood read from. And then the rest will be from these Goosebumps. So that is all my information on Old School April. Now let me talk about the few other books that I need to read this month as well. For Gwen's Patreon, our book club pick for April is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. This is a chunker. This will actually work for Old School April as well because it is, I think, 17 years old, and I'm pretty sure they say anything after 15 to 20 years is retro or old school or whatever. So I'm going to count this. Plus there's also if you read a book over so many pages, and yo, this book is thick, thicker than a Snickers. Thank gosh I'm getting the audio. This book is 479 pages, but I do have the audio for it. So hopefully I should get through it quickly. And then also for her Patreon, we have been reading the Anne of Green Gables series. So this month we are reading Anne of Windy Poplars. It is book 4 in the series. I have been enjoying the series. I really like the first one the best. The second one was okay. The third one I enjoyed more than the second one. So I am still liking learning about Anne's journey and what she's doing. So I'm excited to read this one this month. Also in Gwen's Patreon, she is doing a month-long book subscription clean out. So if you have like Aardvark or Book of the Month or any other kind of book subscription boxes that you need to get to, you can read those. I'm only going to pick 2 books for this because I need to clean those out, but I'm primarily reading for Old School April this month. So I do have a cup there. She had like 5 different prompts. So I'm going to pull 2 prompts and I'm going to pick 2 books and maybe I'll get to them. Hopefully I'll get to them because I do need to clean them. I've been kind of picky about getting them though. So let's see. The first one is the one with the shortest page count. I love that. I'm going to pick them and then I'll go up because they're up here. And I'll pick them up and let you know which one. Let's see. What is my other one? And then the second one is one you're really excited about. Okay. Pause. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And this one I knew was going to be the shortest because I could tell. And it's been on my shelf for probably a couple years. And that's We Are the Brennans by Tracy Lang. So this has 270 pages. Let's see. When 29-year-old Sunday Brennan wakes up in Los Angeles hospital bruised and battered after a drunk driving accident, she swallows her pride and goes home to her family in New York. But it's not easy. She deserted them all and her high school sweetheart 5 years before with little explanation, and they've got questions. Sunday is determined to rebuild her life back on the East Coast, even if it does mean tiptoeing around resentful brothers and an ex-fiance. The longer she strays, however, the more she realizes they need her just as much as she needs them. When a dangerous man from her past brings her family's pub business to the brink of financial ruin, the only way to protect the Brennans is to upend all their secrets. Secrets that have damaged the family for generations and will threaten everything they know about their lives. In the aftermath, the Brennans are forced to confront painful mistakes and ultimately find a way forward together. Obviously, the synopsis sounded good or I wouldn't have picked it up to begin with. I've been putting it off forever, so maybe I'll get to it this month. And then the one that I'm most excited about that is on my list is Kill for Me, Kill for You by Steve Kavanaugh. And this one says, one dark evening on New York City's Upper West Side, 2 strangers met by chance. Over drinks, Amanda and Wendy realize they have much in common, especially loneliness and the intense desire for revenge against the men who destroyed their families. As they talk into the night, they come up with the perfect plan. If you kill for me, I'll kill for you. In another part of the city, Ruth is home alone when the beautiful brownstone she shares with her husband, Scott, is invaded. She's attacked by a man with piercing blue eyes who disappears into the night. Will Ruth ever be able to feel safe again while the blue-eyed stranger is still out there? So I'm intrigued by this. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I mean, obviously I feel like the 2 stories are going to come together somehow, but so I've been hearing good things. So I'm excited to get to this one as well. Then for Jess's Sleep When I'm Dead book club, we are reading The Last Room on the Left by Leah Conan. I have my laptop here. I'm going to read this. Carrie's life is in shambles. Her husband has left her. Her drinking habit has officially become a problem. And though the deadline for her book, I can't say big book. And though the deadline for her big book deal, the one that was supposed to change everything, is looming, she can't write a word. When she sees an ad for a caretaker position at a revitalized roadside motel in the Catskills, she jumps at the chance. It's the perfect getaway to finish her book and start fresh. But as she hunkers down in a blizzard, she spots something through the window, a pale arm peeking out from a heap of snow. Trapped in the mountains and alone with a dead, frozen body, Carrie must keep her head and make it out before the killer comes for her too. But is the deadly game of cat and mouse all in her mind? The body count begs to differ. It sounds good. And then in Jess's Patreon, we have been reading the Harry Potter series. So we've been reading 1 book a month. So this month is up. We are reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This is one of my favorites. I love this. As far as the movies go, this is one of my favorites out of the whole series. I mean, I love all of these books. They are all 5 stars, right? This is also considered old school. So this will also work for prompts this month. And then I have a couple cozies that I'm planning on reading. So I have Wonton Terror by Vivian Chin. This is the 4th book in this series. I just DNF'd the last one, which is mentioned in my Cozy Mystery vlog that's not out yet. And also my March wrap up that's not out yet. So that's a spoiler. But I cannot stand the audio for this series, but supposedly they changed it for this. Like, I just haven't been loving the characters, and they're all kind of just bickery and childish, and I'm just not sure. I know a lot of people love this. So this is my last ditch effort to try and get back into this series and liking it, to finish it. If I don't like this book, I'm DNFing the whole series. And then the other cozy I want to get to is Theater Nights of Murder by Libby Klein. I love, 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 love this series. And I have strategically planned which months I want to read the rest of this series based on kind of like the time of year that the book happens. So I'm very excited. The series cracks me up. It's so funny. It's one of my favorite cozy mystery series of all time so far. So that is it for my plans for April. I'm very excited for April. I cannot wait to watch all the old school movies and TV shows and just have a lot of fun with it. So that is primarily what you will see from me vlogging this whole month of April. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully you like it. I gotta plan out some old school activities that I would like to do. There is an arcade bar in my city. I may try to talk my husband into going sometime and playing some, arcade games and having a drink or something. Let me know if you are participating in Old School April. If you are, what team are you on? If you haven't picked a team, you should pick the Scoobies, even though Kelsey says the Scoobies has the most people on it. That's just because Scooby-Doo's cool. It doesn't matter what team you're on. Join any of the teams. It's going to be a blast. Again, all the information will be linked below. Head to Kelsey's channel, and then from there, you can get any and all the information you need about Old School April. It's going to be a good time. It was last year. It was so much fun. That's it, friends. Until my next video, be yourself, be awesome, be kind.